Hello everybody. If this is your first time here, my name is Pink. I go by Pink. Some people call me Lady Pink, but I be like, that's not even my name. Like, for any of the, I know this kind of random, but for any of the people that's wondering, like, about the Lady Pink little, like, name or whatever, like, there, like, most people, like, who start the videos, they like, yo, what's going on? This your boy, blah, blah, blah. They be like, yo, this your girl, well, whatever, whatever. And I'm like, I didn't want to call myself a girl, because I'm not. But I ain't want to say it sounds weird as fuck to say, oh, this your woman, Pink. So I was like, what can I do? What can I do? Like, how can I go about it? Like, what can I call myself that's like gonna be relatable or whatever like that? Anyway, so I was like lady. So people tend to call me Lady Pink, but really my name is just Pink for those who don't know. And for those who really, really don't know me, because you just started watching me like maybe a couple of days ago or a few weeks ago or whatever like that, my real name is Kalani. And I tell you that on purpose. But I've been kind of wanting to make a video. What's going on, Rika, baby? I've been kind of wanting to make a video for a while now, because I've been wanting, like, I've been having a lot of stuff on my mind, and sometimes I be so scared about the way that my words will be perceived, because I feel like, well, first of all, I know that words are powerful and they have a lot of bliss or destruction that could come with them. You know what I mean? And I just, excuse me. Anyways, I've been having something on my mind and that I've been wanting to say, but I don't always know how to say the things that's on my mind. It's like a lot of the times I know that I have a powerful message that I feel like I gotta like get out to people, but a lot of times I don't know how to go about it, because I feel like I'm not good enough and stuff like that, right? Like that's the way that I be like, I guess in a way, like talking to myself, like, why would they care what you have to say? But then you have to ask yourself, where does even those voices that say things like that, you have to ask yourself, where do those voices even come from in the first place? The voice that tells you, the voice that even makes you question your, like, your place. You know what I mean? That voice that makes you ask outside of yourself. Ask questions outside of yourself, outside of things that will affect uh just you, just directly or whatever like that, like just asking questions. So I don't really know what it is that I want to tell you guys, honestly. I just know that I feel like the longer I sit on this, I guess this live feed or whatever like that, the more will come to me to just kind of pass along to you guys, because I be nervous. Like sometimes I be getting ready to like make a video, because I'm like, yeah, the people who follow me, I'm pretty sure they would love to hear this or love to hear that. And then I sit up there and try to think of the way to put the words that I want to like tell you guys, and then it sounds so messed up in my head that I end up not making a video at all. And then y'all be sitting up there like, where Pink at? She don't think about us, she ain't even worried about it. You know what I mean? She ain't worried about us, she ain't making no videos. And it's kind of comes across as like a bad image or whatever. But honestly, oh shit, my phone dying. Hold on. About to stand up. Don't be looking at me either, because I know how y'all is, you little pervs. Just had to go get my little my charger. What's going on, Big Face? Why your name Big Face? Is your face big? Why your name Big Face? But anyways, so like I said, I don't even really know what it is that I was exactly trying to tell y'all. I just know that there's just been some shit that's been on my mind lately, and I just been feeling like my best way to get it out is to come to YouTube. So whether you guys are feeling me or not, I feel like if there's 59 people in here watching me right now, one of them is gonna feel what the fuck I'm about to say. You know what I mean? And if one of well, I'm not even gonna go through all the options of what happens if not even one person feels me, because I know that ain't no way in hell that not one person feels what I'm about to say. But I've been going through like a whole lot of spiritual journey. You know what I mean? I've been going through a lot, and I'm not proud of my whole journey. I'm not proud of it. Like throughout my whole journey, I've had a lot of good, successful, great, positive things happen to me. But then I've had things. Oh, okay, the big face on them. Okay, I got you. Okay. Okay, I got you. What's going on, Carrie? So like, there's just so many things that there's so many things that happen throughout my life that I feel like I should speak on. I feel like I should share that knowledge. I feel like it's imperative. You know what I mean? Hey, bitch. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. This motherfucker scared me just now. This motherfucker's got real close. Got real close, U.S. Express. I heard a knocking noise. Shit, I got scared. Fuck. But anyways, but close. I was scared. Anyway, but you know, I know what. I'm okay. Let me just tell you about me, because there was nothing particular that I had to talk about today. I just felt the need, like I had to like let some shit out, and I guess I'm just gonna let it flow as it flows or whatever like that. Because really, I don't even know what it is that I'm trying to say, but I feel like I need to get something off my chest, if that makes sense. And I don't care how crazy I look, because I know that what's real is real. You know what I mean? And sometimes you just have to express it, and sometimes manifested or not manifested. But I'm just gonna sit here for a second, if y'all don't mind, and just kind of allow whatever thoughts come to me to come to me. And when they come to me, I'll speak it to y'all. And I know, and I guess it depends on where you at mentally. If it's something that you're gonna understand and feel, or if you're just gonna completely reject it. I guess it depends on where you stand at in life right now. But all I know is that the biggest thing that I want y'all to know about me is that I'm such a serious person. I really am. I'm like very, very serious, and but also very goofy and silly and stuff like that. But I'm talking about like my inner self, like the part of me that y'all never get to see on YouTube. I ain't gonna say you never get to see it, because you got a little bit of like my inside mind when I made a video about like future events and stuff like that, and like time travel and digital implants, being like the mark of the beast and stuff. I kind of went deep, you know what I mean, with that particular video. But for the most part, I don't really put myself out there like that. It's weird. It's the feeling that feels like I feel so vulnerable and so weak to put myself out there. But at the same time, when I get positive feedback from my vulnerability, then I feel empowered. I feel strong. I feel powerful. But when I get either nothing or negative feedback from me expressing and open up my heart, it tends to make me close up and be like, oh, I expressed myself. They didn't give me the reaction that I expected or that I wanted. So now I'm about to curl up and be like, I'm not about to share nothing with you no more. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of like that. But I feel like there's a greater message to be said here today. If you've never heard of your life path number, I encourage most people, or not most people, but anybody that's watching. What's going on, Lockout? Hey, C. Smith. I appreciate it. The most... Yo, I forgot what I was about to say. I ain't gonna lie. But I know I was talking about life path number. So go ahead and thank you. I appreciate it. So go ahead and if you never heard of a life path number, what you need to do is take your birthday. So let's just say your birthday is May 25th, 1993. You know, you're going to take May, the number that represents May, which is going to be 5. So take 5. What did I say? May 25th? I don't even know what I said. Anyway, but take take 5, and then take, if it was May 25th, you would take 5 plus 25. So not 25, but more so the 2 and the 5 that make up 25, the two numbers that make up that. So anyway, he would take those two numbers. Okay, so like real estate just wrote 9/19/1997. So you would take 9. So just for a physical representation, you would take 9, and then you would take out of the 19, you would take that 1 and that 9. So 1 plus 9 is 10. So you would take 9 plus 10 equals 19, right? so 19 plus another 1, so 1920, plus another 9, that's 29, plus 7, 29 plus 7, that's 36. Wait, 29 plus 7. Yeah, so 36, and then 36 plus 7. So 36, oh, so I ain't gonna lie, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. I still use my fingers. So 43. So 43, and then you add those two numbers together. So 4 plus 3 equals 7. So 7. If that was your birthday, then your life path number is a 7. That means that you are and if that so happens to be you, Mr. Real Estate, if you so happen to, if that so happen, I don't know if that's your particular birthday or whatever like that. But anyway, the point is, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to spread awareness here. And I know that that's not what my channel is about. And I know that I'm not even fully, like, nobody on my channel even knows that about me, that I'm really spiritual and stuff like that. Oh, you're 43? That's what's up. So, okay, so you're a life path number 7. So that means like you're very highly spiritual and shit like that, right? And that means a lot of people don't understand you because you are so like, and don't get me wrong, I'm just kind of giving you regurgitated information that I learned or whatever like that. But still in all, this is what I found. You are life path number 7. So that represents the path that, like, kind of like your destiny. You know what I mean? Like, that represents your destiny. And for a 7, I mean, for you to go all into it, just basically anybody who's watching this, just remember life path number. Look that up after you get off of here or whatever like that. Just look it up. I'm trying to help guide people into the direction to where they could completely understand where their life is heading and where it came from, because I don't know what your religion is, and I could go all deep into it and stuff like that. But regardless of what your religion is, or if you like don't have a religion, or if you like atheist or anything like that, it don't matter. Your numbers are still important to you. Your numbers are important to you. So what I'm saying is, if you like, so if as a life path number 7, I know a lot about life path, not a whole lot, but I know a little bit more than other science or other numbers, should I say. There's only 10, no, there's 10 numbers. There's 1 through 9, so that's 9 numbers, but then 10 comes because they got 0. But 0 is not really a part of this because 0 does not exist in the physical realm that we live in. So really the only numbers that we can really recognize as far as life path numbers, or even numbers that generate, every number, everything has a certain frequency to it, and there's expressions and frequencies and things that's associated with colors, numbers, there's even feelings associated with numbers and colors. So all I'm saying is, all the things that may sound crazy or just like completely like esoteric or some shit like that, I'm here to tell you this shit is real. It's real. Well, but it's only real, I guess, it's real whether you believe it or not, because the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. But that does not mean, but in order for the things in your life to work the way that you need or want them to work, you have to recognize the power of numbers, the power of the unseen things, you know, the power of your heart, the power of your mind, the power of your feelings, the power of your thoughts, which everything is going back and forth from your head to your heart, head to your heart, head to your heart, because that's really duality is life. You know how sometimes your heart will be telling you, damn, I really love this motherfucker. But then your mind be like, but this bitch got me fucked up. You know what I mean? Where it's like you constantly battling between your heart and your mind. And anyways, I could get all into it and stuff like that, but I don't know if right now would be the right time, because I don't think I have enough confidence in what in myself right now, because I feel like a lot of people ain't gonna feel where I'm coming from, and that makes me feel, I guess, kind of insecure or whatever like that. But at the same time, I know that the information has to be put out there, and the bravest thing you can do is something that you're scared to do, but you do it anyway. And this is one of the things that I was like, people ain't gonna feel me, people ain't gonna know. But like I said, even if I'm not really that good at teaching this shit, because I'm not trying to make y'all sit up here and like believe I'm not trying to convince you to believe me or whatever like that. Just look up whatever the fuck your birthday is, and if you end up with a master number like 11, like if you was born, if your number ends up like reducing down, because you got to reduce the number down, once you then finally added up all the numbers, and whatever number you come up with, you take those two numbers. So if you added up all of the numbers of your birthday, your day, your month, your day, and your year, if you added up all of those numbers, you're going to come up with your life path number. Your life path number, it might end up being a 36, but then you're going to take that 36, you're going to take the 3 and the 6, and you're going to end up being a 9. And if you end up being a 9, then you basically the last one. You the last one. You basically learned all the knowledge you had to learn while you're here on this earth. You good. You know what I mean? If you were 8, you balance. You probably got either you're really good with money, or you're really bad with money. And you're either like very spiritual and very like you're spiritual and your material and you're kind of like I'm a life path number 8. That means that my money is good, and spiritually I'm connected, because an 8 is like, if you think about not only the shape of an 8, but if you think about what 8 is like 4 and 4, or it's 2 times 3, or like 2 3 times, oh, so yeah, 2 times 3, you know, so like 2, oh no, that's going to be 6, I'm sorry, 2 times 4. So I don't know where the 6 came from. Damn, why was I thinking 6? I don't even remember. Anyway, but the point is, all of these numbers have certain energies and stuff that go. So yeah, 10 is actually 1. The only thing that's not reduced down, so if you end up with a number 11 or a number 22, those are considered master numbers. So you don't reduce them down. So I know if you add 11 together, 11 is 2. But so I guess technically you could be flexible, because you kind of live in that quantum field where it's like you could be 11 or 2. Or it's like, shit, you ever like played like 21 or whatever like that, how the ace could represent, it could represent 1 or it could represent 11. That's kind of how like that kind of how it is with master numbers. So you either 11, which could be a 2, or you could be an 11. And if you're a master number 22, then you could be a 4, or you could be a 22. You know what I mean? So Anthony, don't get me started, but like, hold on, let me see. I'm about to tell you, Anthony. I'm about to tell you what your life path number is, and when I give you this number, I want you to just go to Google and just type in life path number and whatever the number is that I tell you. So I'm about to tell you yours right now, Anthony. So if you are 12, so December 1982, you are 29, so that's an 11. Okay, so yeah, that's 11. So you an 11, Anthony. Shit, but you already knew that. Shit. So anybody who don't know what their number is, if you want to go ahead and type your birthday, like with, you know, your birthday or whatever like that, I could tell you what your life path number is, and then you could go look it up or whatever like that. And don't get me wrong, I ain't trying to make y'all believe that, like how you just said, I'd love for you to read me. I'm not a reader per se. I'm not even going to try to give y'all the wrong idea, because I'm not like a reader or whatever, but I can tell you just by calculations what your, you know, what your life path number is. So C. Smith, your life path number is 3. So when you look it up, go look at 3. Clyde, your life path number is Your life path number is a 3 as well. Go look up 3. Pearl. Your life path number is 7. King. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, I just did you, Pearl. King, you are... Ooh, you a 7 too, King. You were 5. Who was there? Mr. Voltage, DeAndreas. You were 5. Bernard, you were 5. Oh, Todd, you were 8. Cool. Hold on, Peter. I gotta do yours. You said you a July baby. I'm a July baby, so I gotta do you. And you born in 92? I was born in 92. Ooh. Okay, yours is a 12, which reduces down to a 3. So you a 3, Peter. Oh, damn, Wesley. Shit. Okay. Oh, you were 8. 25, 19, 77. Oh, you got a master number. You an 11. You an 11. Who was that? Who I just did? Oh, Wesley. Wesley, you an 11. So that's the interest. So that's the master number 11. But yeah, y'all. Neo, you a 7. I ain't even got to do yours. That's my baby, y'all. Say hey to Neo. So like I said, Wesley, all you do is you add the numbers. So whatever your birthday is, you just add. So like Wesley, your birthday was, you just wrote it. So your birthday was 8/25/1976. So you would just add 8 plus 2 plus 5 plus 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 6. And then you come up with 38, right? And then from 38, you take those two numbers. 3 plus 8 equals 11. 11 so happens to be a master number, so you can't reduce that down to anything else. If you want to, you can reduce it down to like a 2, like add the 11 up. 1 plus 1 equals 2. But I'm not even that diverse on like master numbers. I'm not even gonna act like I know everything about that. But anyway, I'm just trying to help guide y'all and help show y'all like things that maybe you never even knew about your own self. Like, ooh, you a number 9. Who is that? Who is this? This a 9. Al Page, 12/3/92. You a 9. Ooh, you the first 9 in this group. Okay. You the first 9. That mean you, damn, I bet you smart as fuck, Al. I just left Vegas, matter of fact. Okay, I'm about to do you, Gray. 214. Hold on, I just 214 90. Ooh, you a 6. For 2/14/1988, you a 6. And then for 4, and that's 6 is like 3, 6, and 9. That's a whole nother subject right there. But 3, 6, and 9 are very, them is like the God numbers. But I don't know how to. Oh, they're 9 too. Okay, so you a 6 and your partner is a 9. I bet y'all get along like, I bet y'all shit is like, hold on, I gotta know. Hold on, the Grays. I gotta know. Like, is y'all relationship like how is y'all, like, I don't mean to get all in your shit, but I'm just very curious. If you's a 6 and if you, one of y'all is a 6 and the other one is a 9, I just really want to know like how y'all get along. Like, is y'all like banging, or is y'all like terribly off track with each other, or is y'all like really like in sync and shit? You know what I mean? He's a psychic. So if you were 7, you said what's the number that you need if you were 7? I'm okay. I wish I could give you better advice on this, because like I said, I'm not just like fully like but what I do know is one of the worst numbers you could probably be with is any number, depending on where you at in your life and what side of the 7 you are, a 6 or an 8. Any number that's between the first. So if you're a 3, then the numbers in between 3 is 2 and 4, right? So if you 3, then to be with a 2 or a 4 is to be with somebody who's either where you've already been or where you want to be. So if you are a 3, imagine the number 4 is the number that's after you. So if you was to be with a 4, you are to be with somebody who probably is where you want to be. Like, there's somebody who inspires you. They are, because they're above the number that you are. If you're with somebody that's a number below that you are, so once again, if you're a 3 and you're with a 2, then you are with somebody that, if okay, from your perspective is going to be different than their perspective. Your perspective is like, if you are the 2, then you're probably looking up to the 3. You want to be like the 3. If you are the 3, you're kind of looking back at the 2 like, hey, I've been there, I've done that. um it's but I don't know how to explain it. Like, like, this may sound crazy, but it's almost like it's a so okay. So if you're a 7, to be with a 6 or to be with an 8 is either going to be really good or really bad. To be with another 7 is going to be perfect. Any number, basically, I think I do know the answer. Any number that's divisible by your number. So if you are a 7, the only thing that like can equally go into a 7 is either a 1 or another 7. That's the only thing that could equally go into a 7. Because anything else is going to be like 2 point. Like, if you was to divide, like, take the number 2, right? 2, 4, 6. It could go into 7 3 times, but you're going to overshot it if you try to go into 7 another time. So basically, think about numbers as like think about when you write the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Look at the numbers like in a row and say, okay, 2 goes into 6 3 times. 3, like, if you just kind of look at it like a fuck, for me to try to describe to y'all how the way that I see numbers, I don't even know how to like verbalize this, but you have, well, anyway, so to answer your question, if you was a 7, not that I just don't follow all of my advice, because I'm fairly, I've always known this information, but I'm fairly new on relaying it in the form of numbers in the way that I'm doing it right now. I'm new to this, but so I don't know all of the answers. All I know is that what makes sense to me in my mind. So in my mind, if you are a 7, your best, relationship wise, depending on depending on a whole bunch of other things, because it's not just your birthday when you add it up. All of the letters in your name, your first name, your middle name, your last name, and your full name together, like all of the letters and what each of those numbers represent and stuff like that, it all is a wave of representation of you. Like, okay, so sometimes I feel like I just be going too deep and I lose people. Have I lost y'all? So the mind, Desmond, I'm sorry, Desmond. So you just take like your birthday, your birth month, and your birthday, and then your birth year, and then you would take all of those numbers and you would add them up to like each individual number. You'll add all of those numbers up together, and then you will take that number that you end up with, and then you would, so if you end up with 38, you'll add 3 plus 8, that's going to be 11. If you end up with 26, you're going to have 2 plus 6, that's going to be 8. You know what I mean? So that's how you calculate it. I appreciate that the grades. I appreciate it, because you know what? A lot of times this is where my soul is supposed to reside. Like, this is what I really want to do. But a lot of times I feel like I'm being judged or misunderstood by the things that's coming out of my mouth. Only because, not because I don't feel like people would feel where I'm coming from, but more so because I'm very, I'm kind of bad at relaying messages. I'm bad at explaining myself. You know what I mean? And I'm working on really the way that I talk to myself and the way that I, like, even just now I said I'm bad at, you know, relaying, like trying to get my point across or trying to relay the message that I'm truly, like, how it's coming to me in my heart or in my mind. Like, I'm bad at relaying the message. What I need to do, if I want to become better at relaying my message, what I need to do is tell myself, no, you're not bad at relaying messages. I am a great communicator. I am a great, you know, a visionary person who's able to relate. You know, I'm a fucking, I am a philosopher. I am a, you know, whatever. Like, I am this thing. And it's just like, and that's, so if I wanted to be better at trying to communicate with y'all and trying to really get y'all to understand where I'm coming from, I need to, the first thing I need to do is stop doubting myself. Stop telling myself that I can't do it or that I'm bad at it. No, don't tell yourself that you bad at it. Tell yourself you good at it. Even if it's not true. The whole thing is about putting it out there. It's about, you know, manifestation, affirmations. It's about creating it with your own mind. It's about creating your own physical, actual life with your thoughts combined with your feeling. So, you know, when you get ready to go on a roller coaster or you get ready to fight, because you know this motherfucker was talking shit, and you getting ready to fight, and you the toughest, baddest motherfucker in the whole group. But guess what? When you get ready to fight, you feel that feeling in your heart, in your stomach that says, damn, is this really necessary? Or am I just doing this to prove a point? You know what I mean? Like, you feel it just like I feel it, just like everybody else in the world feels it. Like, we have feeling in our gut, in our heart, and in our, well, I don't know if we have feel. Well, we have feeling in our mind, but it's a different kind of feeling. So anyway, so anyways, I'm trying to combine everything into one. I'm trying to be in alignment with myself so that I could clearly communicate, because I know I have a gift and I know I have to share it with the world. And I know that there's going to be a lot of people that's not going to understand me. You know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of people that say, oh, that shit is lame, crazy, she on that voodoo shit, she from Louisiana, she just on some crazy, you know, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to think that I'm just, you know, it may not make sense. But the only people that I'm going to touch is the people who needed to hear this. And them, the only people that I care about is the people who's ready to receive my message. Because if you're not ready to receive my message, then you're going to think I'm lying. You're going to think it's bullshit. You're going to think that it sounds crazy. You're going to think the worst possible thing ever to convince yourself that what I'm saying isn't right, because you're not ready to receive it. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that my message is incorrect or that what I'm doing isn't my destiny. It just means you wasn't ready. You know what I mean? And I'm not mad at nobody who's not ready to hear what I have to say. But don't be mad at me for being ready to express this. You know what I mean? Because it takes a lot of courage to get on camera, especially, you know, I'm gonna be completely open and honest and vulnerable with you guys right now. And this is something that it's hard for me to actually admit. But one of my greatest fears, and this is just the God honest truth, I have a lot. But one of my greatest fears is being judged, is being embarrassed by a thought that somebody had about me. So when I get out here on YouTube and I'm like, putting myself out there, I'm telling y'all about my weight loss journey. I'm telling you about like how I feel about my inner self and stuff like that, how I used to down myself, how I had low self-esteem. When I sit up there and made the video about my teeth and how I felt the need to wear fake teeth because I didn't like my gap, how I always had color contacts in my eyes because I wasn't comfortable with my natural eye color. I wanted to be sexier and more mysterious and more like all of this greatness. For me to sit up there and express all of this stuff to you about my insecurities, about my inner thoughts, my inner feelings and stuff, that shit is hard. You know what I mean? It's not easy to get on here, especially when you're a person who has extreme fucking anxiety about other people's thoughts about you. So when I get on here and I know that I have a lot of people that say, oh, Pink, I fuck with you. You're great. Thank you for putting out the videos. And I love all of that positive feedback. But then I have people that get out here and say all kind of shit that's like hurting my feelings and stuff like that, as if I don't read those comments. No, bitch, I see all of that. I see all of what y'all are saying. Even if I reply back, sometimes I reply back, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I put a little heart on there or even like your comment, and sometimes I don't. But I can guarantee you I see every single comment that come to my phone, every single one. Even when y'all be back and forth, going back and forth with each other in the comment section, and it ain't got nothing to do with me no more, because it just ain't got nothing to do with me. Y'all going back and forth with each other at this point. You know what I mean? I see all of that. So my point is, it's hard for me to really get out here and express these things to you, because it's a very vulnerable state for me to be in, and it makes me feel like very naked is the best way I know how to describe it. I feel very naked, but yet when something is strong enough, whenever it's something that's on my mind, I guess enough, I have to talk about it. I have to express it. You know what I mean? So, but I know a lot of my judgment comes from my own self. I sit up here and I tell people, oh, I know you thinking this and I know you thinking that. And that's just, sometimes I be right and sometimes I just be paranoid. Sometimes I didn't already put it in my mind that nobody really has anything positive to say about me. So I sit up there and try to ruin my own happiness with my own thoughts. Because it's almost like I don't feel like I deserve happiness deep down inside. I don't know what I did in my past life, but I must have been Hitler or somebody who feels like redemption is, nope, I can't have redemption. Because it seems like it's like I don't know. I must have done something. I must have, because it's almost like no matter how much love I receive from you guys, from relationships that I've been in, from my family members, it don't matter who the fuck it is, no matter how much love I receive, I feel like I don't deserve it. You know what I mean? But you got to ask yourself, what the fuck did you go through? Who was you in your past life? What big major thing did you do to where you feel like you don't deserve this love? And I'm like, the only thing I could come up with is I must have was Hitler. I must have was Hitler's soul or something like that. I was Hitler. I must have did something bad. Because if for you to feel like you don't deserve it, you know what I mean? Because it's deeper than just, because me, myself, I'm like, I deserve all the happiness in the world. I deserve all the money. I'm so great. I'm Kalani, and I'm just great. And but then, but subconsciously, there's something deeper where it's like, no, I don't want to believe that I actually deserve happiness, because I do things to self-sabotage it every single time. Every time. Not sometimes, every time. So, yeah, that's true. That's true. Great. The gray is. And that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to like, maestro. That's what I'm trying to. I'm at the point where I realize that, like, I'm a very conscious human being, but I got too much. I'm a Leo, so I got too much pride. It's like okay. So so I told y'all I'm a number 8. So think about the number 8, how it's written and what it looked like. It's almost like that one half of me, like, is, anyway, I'm probably being like too open and honest with y'all. But then again, it's like, is there really a such thing as too open and honest? Because that's the way that people feel you. You know, that's the way that people really understand who you are, is when you're able to be vulnerable, when you're able to say some shit that makes you feel like a complete fucking fool for saying it. You know what I mean? But you have to say it anyway, because it's like, shit, it's like, if I don't say it, then I'm about to be in my own motherfucking mind. I'm about to go crazy. I'm about to, all this, all that, and you come up with all this different shit, when really all the fuck you had to do, you sit up there holding on to it. For me, example, I have the biggest anxiety behind people, like behind disappointing people. I don't want to disappoint nobody, but I know I got that from childhood, because when I used to disappoint my parents, they wouldn't even have to whip me, although I did get my ass beat, but they wouldn't even have to whip me in order for my feelings to be hurt about something. If I knew that they was disappointed in me, that was enough. And oh fuck, I forgot where I was going with that. Okay, I think you were saying something about like not thinking about what people think about, like something about what people think about you. Hold on, I just read it. Hold on. Other people's thoughts should not. Okay, other people shouldn't love you in. Okay, so yeah, so no, like it does, but it doesn't. It's like if I was to be completely real with you and tell you what I really thought, y'all would probably just think I'm just crazy out of my mind, but I'm just gonna say it anyway, because I guess apparently it's been needing to get out of me. Like, this is just, we are spiritual beings that are living here on earth in this moment, in this dimension, in this time space continuum, or non-continuum, because it's, well, I guess it's a continuum, and we're sitting up here, we're living in this, and but this is not us. This is, our physical bodies are like avatars. Like, think about the movie Avatar, where they took their consciousness, they did some computer shit, and then they was able to transfer their consciousness into that avatar body, that blue big ass giant human person, whatever. They was able to take their consciousness and transfer it over into this, into this other being, right? So that's like what we are now. We then took our consciousness and put it into this body. Actually, I don't even think it fully resides inside the body. I think it hovers above the body, but it gives energy pulses. Like, it gives you energy. Like, we can't see it. See, now I sound crazy because I'm trying to describe it and I don't really know how. So now I sound crazy. But anyways, basically, it's like we sitting up here receiving, like we're sitting up here in this body, thinking that it's us and shit like that, and it's not. Okay, it's not. So it's just like, how, I don't know. It's just so much to learn. But the only thing that I advise you guys to do is never stop asking questions. Never stop asking how or why. And when your mind goes to a place that you don't feel comfortable with, instead of running from it, how about you just face it? Face whatever it is that you feel like, and even things that you reject. We reject things that either A, scare us, or B, we reject it because it's like we don't want to be that, or that is something that we want to be and we don't know how to be it. So we reject people. So if people are like, outspoken, or if people are fucking, okay, like, for example, I can't stand my brother for how outspoken he is. He will say shit that's on his mind where I'm like, motherfucker, nobody asked you for that. Like, nobody. You didn't even have to say that. It was unnecessary. You know what I mean? But I know deep down inside, now he's never heard me say this, so if he ever seen this video, he'll probably be like, oh, that's how you felt all these years? But honestly, deep down inside, I don't like it, because it's just like, really, that's who I am, but that's the part of me that I hold back. I don't know why I started playing with my shirt. I'm sorry. Anyway, but that's the part of me that I hold back, because I know that my words are strong, my words are powerful, because I'm aware of the fact that I am like that, but yet I try so hard consciously to not be such an asshole with my words, that when somebody who blatantly just says something out of their mouth and they don't care how they was perceived, how it affected another person or whatever like that, it pisses me off, because I consciously tell myself that you can't just say anything out your mouth, because words are power. And once you say something to a person, especially if it's something bad, you can never take it back. You can never undo that imprint that you put in a person's mind when you say something bad. So I consciously try to not do that with my words. So when I meet somebody who just says any damn thing that's on their mind and they don't try to hold back, like not even try to hold back, it pisses me off. And I don't like those kind of people only because I'm resistant like that within myself. Because I understand that words are power. So does that make sense to y'all? Like, it's not because I don't like people who are outspoken, because I am outspoken. I just actually process what I'm about to say before I say it. Unless I'm drunk, then I just say it and I don't give a fuck, because, you know, you lose your inhibitions and shit like that when you're drunk. But my sun sign is a Leo. But oh, his sun sign is he's a Cancer and I'm a Leo. So he was he was born a 6. I was born a 8 as far as life paths are concerned. But me and his other numbers are exactly alike. His birth month is a 7 and his birth, I guess, day reduced, once it's reduced, is a 7. And so is mine. My birth month is a 7 and my birth day, once reduced, is a 7. You know what I mean? So I see where basically we are kind of alike. I'm just kind of an advanced version of him because he's a 6 and I'm an 8. And I'm not putting it like that. But that's one of my biggest things. If you read anything about like the life path number 8, you tend to feel like you have to dim your own light because you actually know how important you are and how influential you are. And we know that as 8s. So we feel like we have to, we know that basically we are authoritative, we are like very demanding and very, we know how we are. So if we know that if we was to sit up there and try to tell somebody like basically, hey, I know I'm good, I know I'm the shit, I know that, you know, you're kind of following in my footsteps, you are like, if we was to sit up there and tell people the things that we already know about ourselves, then we seem to come across as like a fucking arrogant ass, you know, like, oh, look at this arrogant. So it's like, it's not attractive when you put out there what you know. You know what I mean? So us as 8s, we tend to dim our own light to make other people feel comfortable and safe because we are so aggressive in like that, like a father figure, like a, you know, like fucking, I don't know, like some father, like a father figure. It's kind of like, because it's all, well, anyway. So it's like we tend to sit up here and feel like not just 8, but a Leo. So when you a Leo and an 8, it's like, man, you extra aggressive. You know what I mean? With your approach and stuff like that, and with everything. And you feel, at least me, and I know that I'm not the only one, as a Leo and an 8, I feel very much like I'm almost too aggressive for the average person, especially if you are a person who does not receive authority well, which would be like another 8. Another 8 don't get down with that. Another 8 is like, hell no, you ain't about to, hell no. You know what I mean? It's like, it's too much. But anyways, does your Cancer make hold you up? Wait, does your Cancer make hold? You mean can you rephrase that? Makes sense. You need to turn your super chat on for this info. I've always been a different one. And family, I think differently about how life works. Vibration. I'm a Pisces. Oh, well, if you a Pisces, what's your birthday, DeAndreas? Am I saying that right? DeAndreas? I know you probably told me already, and I've just been reading too much to focus on what yours was, but you probably did tell me already. Polarity? So you mean like on polar opposite polarity? Hold on. Polarity. I don't mean to sound like slow in front of all of y'all, but polarity. When I think about polarity, I think about poles, like the North Pole and the South. So is polarity kind of like a... Because I know duality is kind of like, you know, like 2, but it's polarity, like the... I guess like the opposite or whatever. Does your man hold you up or pull you down? Okay, that's a great question. I mean, kind of personal, but but that's actually a great question. Like, and that's something that most of us need to ask ourselves if we are in relationships. The person that you with, are they putting you up? Are they pulling you up, or are they pulling you down? You know what I mean? And to be quite honest and quite frank, I've had both from my partner. I've had moments, and this is just the complete honest truth. And I know that this is probably, I have no idea how he's going to feel about me being this real on my live feed about our relationship and stuff like that. So just so y'all know, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I know he's in here and he's watching this, and I'm about to just kind of be honest about it. So, and we did not discuss this ahead of time. So, but I ain't gonna say nothing too personal or nothing like that, because, but also, because I'm about to say, because this is his personal privacy, his life too, but it's also mine. So I gotta speak my truth too. So in my truth, it's been both, but it's been a weighing down out of their relationship, and right now it's in the process of rising up. The weighing down part came actually in the beginning, which is normally the opposite of how relationships work. But the weighing down came a lot of in the beginning from past things that both of us were still holding on to, past energies that we didn't wipe up off of us. You know what I mean? And that led to a lot of, it started off the beginning part of what we have to kind of be chaotic and fucked up, because it was a whole lot of things that was happening behind the scenes that there was a whole lot of learning that needed to be done on both ends. You know what I mean? And with that being said, in the beginning, this is like riding a bike. You might you when you first start learning how to ride a bike, you probably gonna fall off that bike 8 times, 8, 9 times before you finally get it. But then, and every time you fell off that bike, you probably felt bad. You felt like, damn, this shit ain't working. It's not working. I'm not doing it right. They not doing it right. The bike ain't doing it right. The wind not right. The street ain't long enough. It ain't wide enough. And you start blaming everything else. You know what I mean? Instead of seeing it for what it really is, which is nobody's doing nothing wrong. You just wasn't ready. And once you got ready, once you learned your lesson, all those 9 times that you failed before, you learn that, okay, this is how you do it. And you stop blaming everything, all your surroundings, the street not being wide enough, the street not being long enough, the wind not blowing at the right degree, your legs not being, you didn't have enough milk today. You could blame anybody for anything if you that damn petty and that damn small-minded. You could blame anybody for anything. But when you take the time to realize that it was none of these things around me's fault, and it's not even necessarily your fault, but what you consider to be a failure, eventually that's just a stepping block. That's just like stairs. It's like every failure, every time you fail, that was just an opportunity for you to learn how to do it better each and every other time. So by the time you got to that 10th time, you didn't fall no more. You don't need no more training wheels, nigga. You good. You know what I mean? But instead of looking at all of those 9 times that you failed before, instead of looking at them as failures, look at them as little small victories that's building you up to the motherfucking top of the mountain. You know what I mean? It's all about the way you perceive things, the way you looking at things, and the way that you deciding to feel about how you perceiving everything. Don't look at it like, oh, poor me. Look at it like, watch me make this work. You know what I mean? So, that's what I have to say. That's what I did in my relationship. It was so hard that I felt like, oh, look at God. God testing me right now. Oh, Lord Jesus. You know what I mean? Like where you just know that God is testing you at this point. Because you like, ain't no way in hell a person like this enters my life. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. God tested me. God tested me. And that's what it was. And when you fight through those tests, and when you choose to move forward with love instead of hate, instead of anger, instead of jealousy, instead of, oh, well, he did this and he did that and she did this and she did that and she did, and it's just, when you change your mind, you change your life. So when you change your mind from thinking one way, you have to consciously know that you're thinking a certain way. So like even when you sit up there and have like those thoughts about like your partner, where you like, look at that motherfucker over there, just looking just as rag. Look at this motherfucker. Just why the fuck did I get with this ugly motherfucker? He ain't got no. Look at this bitch. She ain't got no edges. She fat. She got stretch marks. Her breath be stank. But she be all on Instagram acting bougie. Knowing this motherfucker ain't shit. I wish I wish her followers could see the damn her room. Like sit up there thinking thoughts like that, right? Instead of thinking, look at my baby. You know, it's like it's your thoughts that can determine everything about how it's your thoughts that determine how you perceive your partner. If you think your partner ain't shit, they ain't never gonna change, they ain't got no hope or whatever like that, then that's most likely what it's gonna be. But if they even show you any type of promise or any type of like growth or anything like that, like anything that indicates that they are willing to change, you know what I mean, that they are willing to become more and see outside of their I guess typical self or their typical life. If you have anybody that shows you any type of promise like that, any type of promise like that, I feel like you stick with them. Because there's so many people that say, I want to change, I want to stop, I want to start doing this, I don't want to stop doing that. And they go their whole motherfucking lives and never do it. And then they have motherfuckers that come out there that say they want to do something, and then they start making that shit happen. They say, hey, I want to get a house. So what's the first thing you do? Well, shit, you start making your credit good if your credit ain't already good. You start calling agents and putting in request, looking at houses on realtor.com or Zillow.com. You know what I mean? You start looking at property. You start looking on YouTube videos trying to see the different different types of mortgages, FHA, motherfucking USDA, motherfucking conventional loan. You start doing all of this shit, and guess what's happening? Every time you start putting more energy into whatever it is that you're trying to do, you are creating it. You are pushing it in motion, like you are making it. You are setting it in motion like a damn swing or some shit. Like you are setting it in motion. You know what I mean? So anything that you want, think about what you want. Don't think about what you don't want, because your subconscious mind does not know the difference between what's real and what's not real. Your subconscious mind don't know the difference between whether you dreaming or whether you daydreaming or whether you are physically living in this actual reality or not. It does not know the difference. All it knows is what you give it, what you feed it. It's like a sponge. It's just taking in all of that. It don't care. It don't discriminate. It's just like, whatever you give me, nigga, I'ma take it. The fuck? You know what I mean? That's what you have to imagine your subconscious mind being like, you give it to me, nigga. Don't be mad when I give it back to you. That's how you giving it. If you giving it negative thoughts, if you giving it constantly thinking bad things about yourself, about other people, about whatever the fuck, about, oh, these niggas ain't shit, I ain't never gonna find a good relationship because all these niggas ain't shit. And you, oh man, all these bitches ain't shit. These hoes just want my money and I fuck. You know, all these hoes want is things. And then you sit up there and then year after year after year after year until you motherfucking 40-some years old or whatever the fuck how old you is, you finally say, oh damn, I created this whole life my damn self. I sit up here and said all these women ain't shit, and that's all I got was women that wasn't shit. But when you sit up there and you appreciate and you show gratitude and even if it ain't real, just say, you know what? I'm grateful for the beautiful queens out here that, you know, that's this or that's that or whatever. I'm grateful for whatever. Just speak it into existence and act as if it already is there and as if it already do exist or whatever like that, and then you will get it. And, you know, that's all I got to say about that. Gratitude, an attitude of gratitude. And that's something I was just trying to teach my niece the other day. For those people in life, for those people who have a life that looks like it's just been like downhill battle after downhill battle. I'm sorry, not downhill, but uphill battle. If it seems like it's just been a battle after a battle after a battle, and you always constantly asking yourself and questioning like, damn, I'm a good person. What did I do to deserve this? Or damn, what's next? Or damn, or when's the shoe gonna drop this time? Or like you could, like, something great could happen to you. You could meet a great, you could meet a great man, for example, and you meet this motherfucker, he's just everything you've ever wanted him to be or whatever like that. But then you start having them other things. It's like, initially your heart felt like, oh, he's everything, but then your mind started to go, and your mind was like, he too damn fine, he gonna cheat on me. He too damn smart. He gonna try to manipulate me. He too, or damn, he fine as fuck, but he dumb. So what can I get out of him? Like, when you have the wrong intentions When you have the wrong mindset and the wrong thoughts, that's exactly what you get. And when you a number, then when if I know this beyond, if I don't know it, if I don't have no other reason for knowing this information, it's because I'm a life path number 8. And 8 is infinity. What goes around comes around, and it's karma. It's karma. And I bet if everybody had the understanding that I had, we would be paying more close attention to the way that we treat people, the thoughts that we have, and the feelings that we hold on to. If we was more conscious of the fact that everything that we taking in is either holding us back or pushing us forward. And if you knew that, and just imagine when you die, you're just standing there, right? In a room that has all of the videos and pictures of your entire life. Everything that you did wrong and everything that you did right. From your birth, from the fucking 1987, whatever year you was born, from when you was born to the day you died, you just filled in this room with every experience you've ever had. And then not only are you filled with that experience, but then you feel what you made other people feel when you did it. So when you told that nigga that his dick was small and you hurt all of his little feelings, you about to feel that. When you told the motherfucker that you hate them and that you hope they go to hell, and you're gonna feel what they felt when you told them that. Or if you told a person you love them and they're the most beautiful creature you've ever seen in your life, that love that you felt or that they felt when you told them that. If you was feel every single thing, if you knew that one day when you die, you're gonna feel and see every single thing that you made another person feel and see when you was living in this lifetime, I bet you'll be more motherfucking careful about the way that you treat people and the things that you say. But what am I talking about? Most people don't believe that, right? I appreciate that, Diva. I've seen it. I have seen it in others, their potential, but they felt unworthy and do not want to see for themselves. I term it like this: you cannot help those who do not want it. I will not waste my time with them. Let me ask you something, Wallace. So when you say that, where it's like you see, like, the greatness or the potential in somebody else, because I'm asking this for personal reasons, honestly, because I've had two people who I greatly look up to in my life that told me that I have like a, a potential for like great power, not power in a bad way, but power that could help. You know what I mean? Like a Martin Luther King kind of power. You know what I mean? Like something that could shake people's lives forever type shit. And people have told me that I have a certain kind of power. And those people are people, both of those people that told me that were very intuitive, were very spiritual, were very connected with God in the quantum world, things that, we just, don't really see in this physical realm that we live in, really connected with the other side, if you will. And when they told me that, I was like, whatever. You know what I mean? Well, the first time I heard it, it was from my friend, and he told me, and I was like, nigga, whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever. But I believed him because it's like I look up to him, and he's like somebody who's like, I really trust, like, his spiritual, like, I guess, understanding and shit like that. But I still kind of dismissed it because, like, I just didn't want to believe it. But then I recently heard it again. And this came from somebody even more spiritual, even more like connected to the divine, and even more like on that level of understanding, which was my baby. So when I heard that again, I was like, you said I'm showing my power now. So what is it? Is it just me? Is it just like my ability to be honest and just open? Is that what my power is? Because sometimes I be like, if that's not it, then I don't know what it is, because I don't feel like I'm influenced on anybody or nothing like that. But then when people tell me that I am, I'm like, damn. Wallace, you sound like a very wise person. You sound like somebody who is, for one, not afraid to speak your mind, because you're telling me some shit that's like, it's true, you know, it's true, but the fact that but it's also positive. You're like, so anyway, I feel like you're somebody who's wise, is what I think. But of course, don't we always think that people are wise and shit when they like agree with us? What about the people that don't agree with us? We like, you stupid as fuck. Like, nah, nigga, I ain't stupid just because you don't agree with me, bitch. Fuck. But we do. Well, I know I do that shit. He sound like someone who has lived. Yeah, that's yeah, yeah. That's what he sounds like. And you know what, Wallace? You talking about follow your heart, but I just asked somebody, or I just asked somebody today, which was my baby. I was like, how do you know the difference? Like when you listening, cause you know how like I'm about to give you an example. I'm about to tell y'all what I'm about to say and then give you an example of it. So sometimes we feel in our hearts of like goodness. Like basically we be feeling goodness in our hearts. But then here come our mind. So for example, you in a relationship, your man randomly gets you some flowers. There's two thoughts that you can have when somebody just does some unexpected shit, especially if it's nice. There's two thoughts you could have. Either A, oh my God, my baby loved me so much. Like, oh, that's so sweet. Like, I'm just filled with so much happiness because he was just thinking about me on a random Wednesday. And it's just, I didn't do anything. He just loves me so much. And I'm just, I just love it. And that's how you could feel. Or you could be like, what the fuck did he do? Did he cheat on me? Why the fuck is he giving me random ass flowers? Nigga, you think I don't know you? Nigga, you only give me shit when you done did some wrong shit, when you done did something that's wrong, and you gonna sit up here and give me flowers on a motherfucking Wednesday? Bitch, you don't think I fucking know you did something wrong? You know what I mean? So there's two different ways that you can look at one scenario. So... So, so, y'all know what I'm talking about. When a motherfucker do some nice shit, you be like, why the fuck you do that? What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like you don't just assume that they're a nice person and shit. Like, but your beliefs, your reaction to a person sending you random flowers, like your partner, your reaction is based on your past experiences. So if you've had a lot of exes before that, only did nice things when they did something wrong, or even if the partner that you're currently with only does nice things when they did something wrong, then you tend to connect those two together because we connect feeling with memories. So basically, we connect our heart with our mind. Basically, when you rethink about something in your head, you go back to like a slot, just imagine like a little carrier wave, or like a little, like just imagine like a little bitty like locker room somewhere in your head. It's like your whole brain is like the school, but then each memory is like a locker, and when you open up those lockers, you know what I mean? It's like that's a memory. So your memory that you associate with the action or the feeling is the thing that's most similar to the last time that happened. So if you if the last time you received random flowers was because your man cheated on you, then you gonna think that a motherfucker, every time a motherfucker just randomly give you flowers, you gonna think, okay, they must have did something wrong. You know what I mean? So, but then sometimes you have to recognize when your mind is playing tricks on you, and so anyways, I got started on that whole thing because you said you got to follow your heart. Sometimes you don't know the difference, and just depending on who you are, how in tuned you are, and how enlightened you are, sometimes just like as a regular person that's been listening to this 440 hertz all of our damn life on the damn radio, and all, just being consistently just altered in our mind with the frequencies of the television, the microwave, the music we listen to, everything just consistently being like off balance all the time. Because you have to understand that as humans, we are frequency, we are waves of energy. And if you understand that, then you know that everything that looks solid is not actually solid, it's just vibrating at a certain speed. Okay, so anyways, but I don't have any crystals, but what I do have, well, I have a stone. I have one stone, and it's the black one. I